doing today, America? Yes, I said America. I'm talking to everybody today, not just you, not just we, not just everybody. I want everybody to hear this one. We got a brand battle, if you can believe it. We got questions, we got comments. People want to know the difference and the fight and the punching between Lowrance, LiveScope, Garmin, PANOPTIX, and Hummingbird's MEGA360. And I'm doing all these little just for my producer because he loves it. All right, so there we go. So now let's start with the battle. We got the beginners Hummingbird 360. I had one on my boat when it first came out, thought it was badass, loved it, thought it was really cool. Problem was I burned up my module, started on fire, started gooing. It was not a good deal. It was not a good deal. They've fixed that problem. They've introduced Mega into that. So to combat with that, we had the 360. Boom, here comes Garmin, bringing their, and I do that because it's kind of like Night Rider stuff. Maybe, or maybe ultrasound, you know, kind of looking for the baby. So we got PANOPTIX coming through. Badass, unbelievable, top notch. Garmin comes through, comes out of the woodwork. If anybody knows the buyout from this company to keep this company at idle, that whole battle thing, I do. I'm not gonna get into it because I don't want legal issues. So, but besides that, you got Garmin releasing PANOPTIX. You've got Lowrance coming in with the LiveScope. Now, everybody who knows Andy knows that he's not really a Lowrance guy. I don't really know, not really a fan of Lowrance. But they gave it their best shot, that's all I'm gonna say. So in my eyes, it's a Garmin versus Hummingbird 360 Mega battle. Lowrance is just here. They're like the Evaners, they're just hanging out. All right, that's what I'm going with. You may hate me for it, you Lowrance guys, you may hate me for it, but I'm just telling you what I've seen, I've rigged, and I've put on the water. So here we are. So in my eyes, the 360 badass, you can see all the way around the boat, you can really see good. I've witnessed bed fishing, I've witnessed fish on the beds, but when it comes to catching fish on the cast, PANOPTIX is almost illegal in my eyes. It is almost like breaking the tournament rules, because here fishy fishy. I mean, bloop. Oh, here fishy fishy fishy. Oh, here he comes. Oh, yep, swimming up to it. Bing, donk, in the boat. Yep, that's how that works. And once you get good at it, you learn how big the fishies are. So this fishy's 2 pounds, this fishy's 3 pounds, this fishy's 5 pounds. That's what you learn. I mean, when I saw the original of the PANOPTIX, I was like, there's no way it can be like that. There's no way, no way. You can't see some dude swimming underneath the boat and looks like a human. That's not gonna work. It's true, it works. It's pretty bad. But that 360 Mega it's good equipment, man. I mean, it's not the PANOPTIX swimmy fishy, but it is definitely good electronics, that Helix is. I have not really been a fan of the other brand, the Lowrance brand standing over here with their LiveScope. There's too many damn updates. And I know you're gonna say, well, you buy a Garmin, you gotta update it right away. Yes, you do. You have to update it right away. But I know guys that are on like 6 or 7 updates on their Lowrance units that aren't even 12 months old just to try to make the damn thing run. No. I wanna buy it, I wanna spend $3,000, I wanna put it on my boat, I wanna turn it on, I wanna do one update if I have to keep it up to par, make things work. And guess what? I go out, I get to see fishy fishy. I get to hook them, I get to bring them, and I get to go to the tournament, I get to win because I had PANOPTIX. So that's what I want to be able to do. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah. Not wondering why my damn unit won't read the bottom, or why my blob coming up isn't really a fish, or what the hell is this drifting down? No, I don't want to do that. That's why that company's over here. But Hummingbird, you can run up onto a nice sand flat. We get to, up here we got a lot of flats. We got offshore stuff, which is kind of gravel bottoms. You know, we do got some drops, some ledges per se, not like down south ledges. Our ledges are a little bit different, and you can see good. We can see really good up here at 360, and it works. Like I said, I used it on one of my boats. I know a lot of guys around here have used it. I know there's a couple guys that do a lot of fishing up here that have 360 that say it's good, but I don't think it beats PANOPTIX. I really don't. Just because of the live issue of the PANOPTIX, the capability of pulling up on that spot, seeing that suspended fish, watching your bait go out, hit the water, and watching it come back to bring it into the strike zone. You know, so fishy's here, bait goes bloop, and then you swim that bait to strike zone. Boom. I mean, this is PANOPTIX, people. boom, done, in the boat. All right, that's cheating, but it's badass. So the question was, what do I think is the best between the three? Garmin's PANOPTIX, when it comes to live scoping, when it comes to live vision, I would say is the best. Now, Humminbird, I'm sure, is working on something. I'm sure they're working on something to combat. If you know of anything, go ahead, comment. Hey, I know this about this. We'd love to hear it, of course. Lowrance might be changing some stuff up. I hope they are, to try to compete with Garmin. But Garmin had a lot of time to build what they built. Now, they built a pretty bad trolling motor. I know they pulled some back. I know they held some back, and they just re-released them because of the lockdown thing. But I think that trolling motor, those electronics, we'll get to the trolling motors on another date. But the Garmin electronics, because I see a lot of guys, I see a lot of sponsored guys that say Lowrance on their shirts that have one Garmin and it's sitting up front. Why is that? Why aren't you using LiveScope? Well, I am. No, you're not. You're using Garmin. It's pretty simple. I think if you would grab 20 pros that are out doing it every day and say if you had one tool up front beside your trolling motor and your fishing rod, what would it be? They're gonna probably say Garmin. I mean, under the cover, they don't say who they are. They don't say who they're sponsored by. They're gonna say, I'm gonna need a Garmin PANOPTIX. It is badass. So if you haven't seen it yet, go fishing with somebody that has, and let somebody that knows what they're doing show you how to do it. Because it's not just as simple as mounting it, turning it on, and understanding it. You gotta put some time in, you gotta do some of that stuff. But that's the same as the 360 also. The 360, you know, pictures can do, what is it, pictures make 1,000 words or something like that, but that'll do it. I mean, you can look at a picture and go, wow, that's badass, but then you go and turn it on, you're like, well, this isn't what I'm seeing. It's all about adjusting, it's about doing other things. Same with Lowrance, but in my eyes, it's Garmin, Humminbird, and Lowrance is down here when it comes to that. Now, 2D is a whole different deal. We're not talking 2D. We're not talking side imaging. We're not talking down imaging. We are talking mega imaging, trying to compete with LiveScope and PANOPTIX. That's what we're talking about. So, do it again, Garmin, Humminbird, Lowrance. And the only reason that Garmin is there is just because of their live capability. It's not like it's crystal clear, but it is live and it is on fire and it is spot on accuracy. It's pretty cool. And it's super simple to rig. I mean, it's not terrible to where you got a bunch of garbage. Yeah, you got a box and you got some plug and play stuff, but it's not terrible. And I love how the transducer sits on the trolling motor. You got the adjustment. It's not some big overgrown freaking turd hanging off the front of the trolling motor that can catch a bunch of weeds. The Garmin's lower profile, it's better. It just looks better too. So I hope I answered your questions. I hope I got your points, but like, you know, if you got something to say, definitely comment on it. Let's get some comments rolling. Tell me what you got. Tell me how you feel about it. Maybe you have the Lowrance and maybe you're like, no, dude, this is badass. I want to hear about it. I want you to tell me that this is what you want. If you got the Garmin, I want to see some still pictures. You got some shots. I don't care. Pound this thing. I want people to understand what this Garmin thing is. Go into some cool details if you got that Garmin. Go into some fishing stuff like, hey, I caught this fish out here, you know, at 22 feet of water. He was suspended, you know, down at 30, but he come up. I watched him do it. That shit's awesome. We want to hear that stuff. You Mega guys with your 360, hey, battle back. We want this. That's what this is. This is a brand battle. This is me talking about it, but we want you guys to interact also. So make sure you're commenting and talking about your stuff because we want that. That's why we do this, so other people can understand what other people are seeing. So, like always, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to witness the madness that I call speed, money, and no brakes. And I am going home.